So, hello to all the Year Sixers. It's been a long time. I've seen a few of you in school and a couple of people who've been in school over the last few weeks. But for everybody else, thank you for sending in some of your amazing work, artwork, or just any other subjects that we've been trying to put onto the website. I know lots of you have had all sorts of different experiences. And the reason for my little sort of chat today is because you have just finished your week of SATs. Now, I did say quite a long time ago when we were doing our mock SATs back before Christmas and then after Christmas that it was no big deal. And in fact, it was few props here, no problema. Okay, and it really has turned out that way because we've arranged for the SATs not to happen. And hopefully you've realised that our poem that we had where actually you are not defined by the SATs, you're not defined by the sort of schoolwork that we have to do on a daily basis. You're defined, what makes you great is all the other things that you've been doing over this last, 7, 8 weeks. And we've all been learning different things in different ways. So you might have now so many more proper skills that you've learned, maybe at home or in the garden, wherever it might be. You might have upskilled yourself in so many more important ways than what we were talking about to do with SATs and just focusing on some of the English and maths activities. So I wanted to share with you sort of very briefly some of the things that I've been trying to move from working towards to exceeding in some of my skills. So I've got a few props and I'll take you through them. If we do get interrupted by one of my kids on the way, I'll just quickly try and shoo them out. So if they do disappear, just bear with me. So what are the things that I've been learning and I've been getting better at and moving towards exceeding over these last few weeks? Well, one of the first things I was looking to do was I was trying to improve my growing skills. So I had a little project that was given to me by my wife. I had to start growing some herbs. So I've been growing parsley, tastes nice. Okay. And I've been growing basil. Okay, so it's been actually quite successful really with my sort of growing skills and being out in the garden. Now I won't give you a tour of my garden, okay, but you get the idea. So growing things, being a bit of a gardener has been something that I think I've got a little bit better at. Also, I have been, like lots of you, getting a little bit fitter. Okay, there's all sorts of home workouts going on, but I have particularly been Joe Wixing it pretty much every day. So I wouldn't go as far as to say I've got a six-pack. That'd be pushing it a little bit, but my trousers are definitely a little bit more comfortable. Okay, so fitness, being able to actually sort of get involved with my kids and sort of really think about doing different things because we haven't been able to play PE like we normally would. So lots of sort of running on the spot, lots of exercises, getting involved online has been absolutely fantastic. So I think I'm definitely sort of at age-related expectation for my fitness level at the moment, because bear in mind I am only 24. So, I think I'm doing quite well. What other things have I got better at? Well, you might be able to tell I've become a very skilled hairdresser, okay? So obviously you can see I've been able to, keep all this looking nice, neat and tidy. I won't show you the back of my hair because actually with a pair of trimmers, it's a little bit risky to try and keep that as good as I am looking at the moment, okay? So hairdressing, you might have done a little bit of hairdressing yourself, or maybe your grown-ups at home have been sort of trimming away or getting the clippers out. I'm sure there'll be all sorts of fantastic sort of hairstyles that you can share when we all finally come together at school one day. You might even want to send me some photographs of some of your hairstyles that have developed. I was thinking about maybe going a bit pink. Obviously, you can see I've been using some special grey silver hair dye for some highlights because obviously I don't normally look like this, only being 24. Okay, so that might be a skill that you've gained. You might become a really good hairdresser. Now, also, through doing a lot of homeschooling, I've learned also so much. I've learned about diagraphs. I've learned about triagraphs. I've also learned that apparently I don't speak correctly because I've been doing lots of phonics with my little girl. So A, B, S, D. And we have a real problem when we get to what I call umbrella, puddle. I believe that down here, down south, around this area, it's pronounced umbrella paddle. So that has caused a bit of a problem. So one of the things I've been sort of getting upskilled on is my accent, changing my accent so my daughter can actually understand what I'm saying. So that's been a real sort of bonus. I've also learned how to write stories using kinetic sands to form the letters. Now, I prefer to use a pencil or a pen, but some of the things that you just come across when you're on lockdown and you can't get out, you just got to use what's at hand. So, guys, kinetic sand. Maybe you might be able to create some artwork out of kinetic sand if you've got anything, or Play-Doh, or anything else that your parents and your carers are not going to shout at me about if you make a mess. Speaking of mess, I have got really good at making slime. I still don't get it. It still looks a little bit dodgy to me, like, well, I won't go into what it looks like. But again, you can create all sorts of weird and wonderful and imaginative things with slime, with Play-Doh, with all sorts of different artistic materials. And if you do, I would love to see them. I've been missing you guys loads, okay? Missing all your smiles, everyone sort of saying hello in the morning, having chat, and also all the lessons that we would normally be getting up to. But hopefully you're all staying safe. Hopefully you can celebrate, because obviously you've just finished your week of SATs. And we were actually planning, and this should have been happening on Friday, we were planning for us to have an end of SAT party, okay? Now, I think we can finally make a bit of a twist on that, so we can all have that same party together, but we can maybe celebrate all coming together very soon. And that's what I'm hoping. But we'll have to see what's happening, see what we're told we're allowed to do. And I hope to see you all very soon. And I hope you're all staying safe. Bye-bye, everyone.